What's up, Roger Nation? Get ready for a packed show as we dive into the biggest stories shaking up the sports world. We're kicking things off with the one and only QB Aaron Rodgers, who just made his explosive debut with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next up, we're breaking down every angle of the Steelers' electrifying Week 1 performance. Was it sustainable? What does it mean for the team moving forward? We've got the inside scoop. Then, we're tackling the narratives surrounding Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Some folks are saying one thing, but the on-field action tells a completely different story, and we're here to unpack it all. And finally, we're diving into the strategic plays and surprising suggestions coming out of the Steelers' camp that are already defining the season. You won't want to miss this. Smash that like button, subscribe to the Rodger Report, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Aaron Rodgers' Steelers debut, a stock-up report. Did Aaron Rodgers pass his first test with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Absolutely. Despite what some analysts might say, Rodgers proved he's a quarterback who can lead this team to wins, even against top competition. In his highly anticipated debut, Rodgers threw an incredible 4 touchdown passes, a franchise record for a first-time Steeler, showing flashes of his former MVP self. While the team's offseason quarterback strategy remained a bit of a mystery, their patience paid off. Rodgers, who didn't play a single preseason snap, looked remarkably sharp, completing 22 of 30 passes for 244 yards and those 4 touchdowns, with 0 interceptions. He even navigated the pocket effectively and took just 4 sacks, silencing some critics about his mobility. This performance was so impactful that even the New York Post had to take notice, especially after the Steelers secured a 34-32 victory over the Jets, a team that previously had Rodgers' number. This win is significant for the Steelers, who struggled in games where opponents scored 32 or more points. With this strong start, the team is looking to build momentum for the 2025 season, especially after major offseason moves like acquiring WRDK Metcalf and trading George Pickens. The question now is, how desperate are the Steelers for a playoff win in 2025, and can Rodgers lead them there? Don't go anywhere, because the analysis is just getting started. Next, we're dissecting the real reaction meter for the Steelers' Week 1 performance, and it's a game of encouraged versus discouraged. Steelers' Week 1 reaction meter, encouraged or discouraged? After an explosive Week 1 victory, the question on everyone's mind is, how should we feel about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Analysts Ryan and Ryland are diving deep into the narratives, weighing in on whether fans should be more encouraged or discouraged following their win against the Jets. While Aaron Rodgers delivered a stellar performance, throwing for 4 touchdowns and showing impressive command, questions linger about the sustainability of the Steelers' offensive success. Rodgers, at 41, exhibited diminished mobility, and his success relied heavily on schemed open receivers and yards after catch, with under 100 air yards. Despite this, he's clearly an upgrade over last year's starter, but definitive statements are premature. The run game, however, remains a significant concern. With an average of -0.04 yards before contact, the Steelers managed only 54 rushing yards on 19 carries. Both player execution and coaching decisions are under scrutiny, with the offensive line lacking cohesion and power, and questionable personnel usage impacting efficiency. Even with a talented front 7 like the Jets, the Steelers' struggles highlight deep-seated issues. On the defensive side, while there were bright spots like Jalen Ramsey's game-sealing play and contributions from new additions Jonnu Smith and DK Metcalf, the unit still allowed 32 points. Despite a strong pass rush generating pressure, the run defense, particularly from linebackers and nose tackle Keanu Benton, showed weaknesses. The defense needs to solidify against the run and prove consistency, especially with a history of allowing high scores. Stick around as we unpack the surprising truth behind some of the narratives surrounding Aaron Rodgers. Get ready for a deep dive into why certain assumptions about his integration with the Steelers were just plain silly. Aaron Rodgers' private life, why his marriage stays out of the spotlight. While Aaron Rodgers commands attention on the football field, his personal life, particularly his marriage to Brittany, remains firmly shielded from the public eye. In a world where celebrity relationships are often under intense scrutiny, Rodgers has chosen a different path, prioritizing privacy for his significant other. This deliberate choice to keep his marriage out of the spotlight speaks volumes about his values. It suggests a desire to maintain a clear separation between his high-profile career and his intimate personal relationships, allowing Brittany the space to live a life away from the constant glare of media attention. This discretion is a stark contrast to the public nature of many modern celebrity partnerships, highlighting Rodgers' commitment to protecting his private sphere. While the reasons for this preference are personal, it's clear that Rodgers values the sanctity of his marriage and the peace it brings him away from the pressures of professional football. It's a decision that allows him to focus on his game, knowing that his personal life is a sanctuary, untouched by the demands of public life. But speaking of narratives, did you hear what Steelers WR Calvin Austin III had to say about Aaron Rodgers? We're revealing why a certain storyline about Rodgers' integration with the team was completely off the mark. Steelers WR Calvin Austin III debunks Aaron Rodgers' narrative. Were fans and media members too quick to blame Aaron Rodgers' late arrival for the Steelers' early offensive struggles? Steelers receiver Calvin Austin III certainly thinks so, suggesting that a popular narrative was simply silly. Austin recently spoke on Pittsburgh radio station 102.5 WDVE, expressing his admiration for how Rodgers led the offense in their Week 1 victory against the Jets. Despite not playing a single preseason snap together, Austin highlighted the exceptional communication and clear vision Rodgers brought to the field. "I was impressed myself just from the standpoint of we didn't get any game reps with any of us together," Austin shared, emphasizing that Rodgers' clarity and concise communication allowed the team to perform seamlessly in their first live action. This performance also saw the Steelers throw the ball frequently, with Rodgers spreading it around to various playmakers. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith and Rodgers seemed eager to send a message of aggression, attacking through the air to keep the Jets off balance. Austin noted that this approach, deviating from the expected run-heavy strategy, was key to their success and allowed them to capitalize on big moments. The Steelers' coaching staff was reportedly thrilled with how Rodgers distributed the ball, believing they have a roster of unselfish players. This strategy aimed to attack defenses in unexpected ways, and Austin believes starting through the air was crucial for keeping the opponent off guard throughout the game. What does this mean for the Steelers' upcoming games? We'll be looking ahead to see how often Rodgers drops back to pass, as the Steelers host the Seattle Seahawks this Sunday. All right, Rodger Nation, that's a wrap on today's show. We saw Aaron Rodgers shine in his Steelers debut, broke down the Week 1 reaction meter, debunked some silly narratives, and heard directly from Calvin Austin III about that impressive offensive performance. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive sports breakdowns, ring the notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. You can also follow us on all our social media channels to stay connected. We'll see you next time on the Rodger Report.